Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maxwell Lennox and you are watching Mad Max Podcast. Tonight we are going to be reacting to some interrogation videos. I have been obsessed with these like all week long. I've been watching them nonstop and some of them are like absolutely mind-blowing. So I figured what a fun way to do an episode by watching those and reacting. Also, don't mind what I'm wearing, no makeup, hat, hair not done. I'm just really not in the mood to like get all dressed up. This is who I am, so just love it or don't love it. You can keep scrolling and you can fuck off. So yeah, basically I'm just kidding. Not really. Anyways, so let's just go ahead and get into it. We are going to watch this episode of a mom who became a mass killer. So, you know, let's get into it.
Get down now! Go, move in. You got a knife in the back. Knife in the back.
Immediately starts off with the police. Get down now! Okay.
Protect low. Stay right there! Turn over now! Over the over! Knife behind her. Is there a victim in the car?
No, the baby's inside. I don't know.
Haunted by a tumultuous past, a mother of three goes on an unthinkably brutal rampage. Not even she can comprehend the sheer evil unleashed upon those who she claimed to have loved the most.
My girlfriend just called me and said that some people in the house may be hurt.
Do you know
I'm
why?
not entirely
First of all,
certain.
could you imagine like your neighbors? I'd be out there like, what the fuck just happened? Anyways, but aside from that, sounds like she killed her kids and that's insanely sad. Probably a couple screws loose.
Hung up on you?
Yeah, she didn't sound good, and then I lost her.
It's too late. It's already done. My 3 kids are dead. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I can't believe I could do that to my own baby. I can't. And I know I'm not alive. I know I'm not.
But as the twisted details of a family's buried secrets begin to surface, a shocking motive derived from jealousy and betrayal is brought to light, while the community is left shattered by the utter devastation. Residing in the highly populated city of Palm Bay, Florida, was a family of 5, consisting
Dude,
of 33...
that's literally like 45 minutes from where I live in Florida. And I've never heard this story. Like, I just randomly clicked one. That's crazy.
year-old Jessica McCarty, her children from a previous...
I'm 34, yeah, so I'm mind blown.
relationship, 7-year-old Lacey McCarty, 6-year-old Philip McCarty, Jessica's boyfriend Christopher Swist, and their shared 5-month-old son, also named Christopher. The couple began dating a little over 2 years prior, after Jessica and her husband Philip McCarty separated in 2012. Chris, Jessica, and the children had only been living in the Kenmore Street neighborhood a short 8 months, where they enjoyed the friendly community. As reported by their neighbors, Jessica could always be seen about the area taking walks with her children, and Lacey and Philip would occasionally play in the front yard. Chris also took over as a coach to the children's Little League baseball team, where it seemed they became even closer. Jessica was a recent stay-at-home mom following the birth of Christopher, after previously working in the medical field. Chris worked as a quality assurance manager at My Safe Home Inspection.
What
Following
blows
his
my mind the most about these things is they're always coming from people that like you would never... I mean, like, they look like a normal family. She looks like a normal 33-year-old, happy with her kids. I guess it's never, ever what it seems.
Service, he struggled with post-traumatic stress disorder, leaving him unable to drive, but Jessica was more than willing to take over the responsibility. The family was happy, or so it seemed, but no one really knew of the twisted reality lurking behind the scenes. It was another typical Friday morning, that March 20th of 2015, when the family awoke around 6:40. Lacey and Philip were ecstatic as they had reached their last day of school before spring break and had plans of a beach vacation with their grandparents. Jessica had endured another sleepless night with the infant, but made sure that everyone was ready and out the door by 7:45. First, she drove Lacey and Philip to Discovery Elementary School, then took Christopher to his workplace. Later, her mother, Patricia Knoll, came over to her house. There, baby Christopher and his grandmother spent time together, while Jessica completed a certificate for food stamps online. A couple of hours later, her mother would leave and Jessica would perform her usual chores. However, there was one thing on her to-do list that no one could have seen coming, something that cast a dark cloud over the once sunny community, and it all started with a phone call to Christopher from none other than Jessica. The time was 5:53 p.m. Chris, his brother Matthew Swist, and their mother Cheryl Swist had just arrived at Fired Up Pizza to have dinner. The outing was only recently planned by Matthew, who picked Chris up from work, and the two met Cheryl at the establishment. But the dining experience was cut short by the disturbing phone call. Chris answered Jessica's call, but what she said was no typical conversation starter. In a haunting voice, she told him, "The kids are dead." Chris quite literally didn't believe a single word and told her that she had to have been lying before proceeding to hang up. But 2 minutes later, Chris was convinced that something absolutely terrible had taken place. At 5:55 p.m., Jessica messaged him a picture of their kitchen floor stained with blood. Little did he know that this was only a sliver of the inconceivable horror that had taken place within the home.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
My location is,
Okay, what's going on?
I'm not entirely certain. My girlfriend just called me and said that some people in the house may be hurt.
Do you know
I'm
why?
not entirely certain.
And she just hung up on you?
Yeah, she didn't sound good, and then I lost her. And I figured rather than call her back, because I got a photo as well.
What was the
That, it kind of looks like there's blood on the kitchen floor. Not a lot of it.
Are your children in the house?
Yep. That's normal. Yes, I have 2 small children and an infant.
Chris's mother frantically drives the two toward his home. Around 6 p.m., Jessica also makes a call to 911, indicating that she's in possession of a firearm, stating that she isn't afraid to use it. Chillingly, she tells the dispatcher,
It's too late. It's already done. My 3 kids are dead.
Upon Chris's arrival, he immediately rushes inside,
What
where he
goes through people's head to kill their kids? Like, it's inconceivable to me, truly. Like, they're so innocent and they can't that makes me so mad.
finds a bloodied Jessica in the living room holding a butcher's knife. He quickly disarms the blade and demands to know where the children are. Before she can answer, he is overcome with a wave of terror as he sees Philip's body laying between the love seat and the couch, covered by a blanket.
You get 86,400 seconds per day.
Fucking bitch.
Chris makes his way throughout the house in search of his own child, who he finds to be in the same horrendous condition. Laying on the left side of the master bed is 5-month-old Christopher, also with a blanket draped over his body. In addition, there's a pink charging cord wrapped around his neck. Beside him is 7-year-old Lacey, who has also been covered. It appears that her entire body has just been submerged in water. Her blue lips and pale skin indicate that she may have been drowned. Despite their unconsciousness, the children are barely holding on to life. In a panicked state, Chris unwraps the cord from his infant's neck and rushes him outside, where he attempts to perform CPR. He dials 911, once again informing the dispatcher of the heartbreaking situation. It isn't long before police arrive, and a distraught Jessica is the first to encounter them.
Get down now! Get down now! Go, move in. You got a knife in the back. Knife in the back. Protect low. Stay right there. Turn over now. Over. Knife behind her.
Not only does Jessica have a kitchen knife in hand, but a second one hidden in her waistband. Using a beanbag shotgun, the police are able to subdue her and seize the knives.
Sir, victim in the car?
No, the baby was inside. I don't know.
Sprinting through the front door, an officer makes their way to Philip, where it's discovered that he also has a charging cord wrapped around his neck. The officer removes the cord and begins CPR. However, the child is not responding. Additional officers discover Lacey in the master bedroom, where they attempt to resuscitate the young girl, but she is also unresponsive. In the front yard, authorities attempt to revive Chris's infant son, and soon, all 3 children are rushed to the hospital. Jessica is in immediate need of medical attention.
So if you want to swap with me, since I got...
I'd let that bitch fucking sit there unattended with no medical attention. What a fucking bitch, dude. Ugh, that's so sickening to me, like, seriously.
Where Chris informed her that he made plans to play baseball that night. However, Jessica wasn't pleased with the idea. She had plans with a friend and needed Chris to watch the kids. Following the call, further words were exchanged via text message, indicating that the disagreement was far from over. Chris wrote, "Why were you yelling when you hung up the phone?" To which Jessica responded, "Maybe because I'm destroyed, my heart is broken in a million pieces, and the person I'm in love with hates me."
He's saying he wants to go out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he said, well, you know what? You can leave the baby. I'll come home. You can leave the baby. But the kids can't stay here.
You mean the 2 older ones that's not his?
Mm-hmm.
How did that make you feel?
Oh, well.
The pair continued to text, and Chris
So why
stated,
not fuck him up? Why fuck the kids up? It's not their fault.
"I really do desperately need a break from everything. I'm good hanging at the house with Christopher tonight." Jessica responded with, "Whatever you say." Chris then attempted to defuse the situation. "Let's just try to have a fun weekend and see what happens." However, Jessica told him that she canceled her plans for the night, and the argument intensified. "You go out with Matt and play baseball and everything. That's fine by me. I wanted to do one thing. I have no friends," Jessica stated, to which Chris responded, "Any other night, go out. Where did you get money from to go drinking? After all that's been said, did you really expect me to hand you $60 and babysit your kids?" The next time that Chris and Jessica spoke was her chilling phone call.
And let me just make it very clear what happened today and how I did what I did to her. I didn't do it because of anything he said. I don't know what happened to me. I don't even remember doing it. I'm still in shock.
So tell me what you did to the kids that you remember. And let's start with...
I don't remember. That's it. I don't remember.
Did you recall seeing them hurt inside the house? Let's go there.
I remember PJ laying on the floor.
And which one is PJ is going to be?
Philip.
It's Philip. Call him PJ? Okay. So Philip was laying on the floor?
And then I remember when Chris got there, I saw him carry the baby out of the house.
Where did Chris carry the baby from?
The bedroom. My bedroom.
Okay.
I may not have even seen the 2, Lacey and the baby, when I called Chris. I may have just seen PJ on the floor, and that's when I called him, and he's like, "Yeah, right," and he hung up on me.
Okay.
And I sent him a picture of all the blood.
Okay. And when you saw PJ on the floor, why is it that it appeared to you that he was dead?
Because he wasn't moving.
Okay. Did you touch him? Did you try to wake him?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about that. What did you do?
I moved him, and he didn't do anything.
Jessica states that she didn't attempt to perform CPR on Philip.
So after you called Christopher and told him the kids are dead, that's when you discovered the other 2 in the room?
I just knew, I had a feeling all along that they were dead. I didn't want to go and look again. I didn't want to see it.
Okay, but did you go into the room though to see them if they was in there?
I know they were in there. I put them in there.
Okay, when did you put them in there? Before? Were they alive when you put them in there?
Obviously, they were if the baby still has a pulse.
Okay.
Sometimes I could not be an interrogator because I would be like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
What did you do to them before putting them into the bed? The baby. Let's start with the baby. What did you do to the baby?
I don't even know.
Do you remember seeing a telephone charger cord? Did you use that on the baby? Do you remember?
No.
Oh, okay. Do you remember hurting the baby?
I love him so much. I could never imagine hurting him. He's the happiest baby in the whole world.
Get the fuck out. Seriously, like, you love him so much, you just strangled 2 of your kids and drowned the 3rd one. You're disgusting. You're a piece of shit. Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Mind you, all because she wanted to go out and drink with the friends that she doesn't have. Sick.
Know how this happened.
Okay.
I don't even know how.
Okay. Do you remember?
How I could think about doing something like that.
Why do you think you did it?
I don't know. I've been having such problems.
Okay. Do you believe that you're the one that injured the kids?
I don't know.
I mean, there was nobody else in the house, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I can't, I mean, I guess so. I mean, I can't remember all of it. And I know it's probably because I'm trying not to.
Okay. Do you remember at some point, do you know if you drowned any of the kids?
I don't think so.
Did you put any of them underwater?
No.
Okay. Do you know if you strangled any of the kids?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you think you stabbed any of the kids with the knife you was holding?
No, I don't think so.
As it turned out, Jessica was fighting her own demons, conjured up by a rocky past. According to police documents, she had previously struggled with a substance problem and had a history of run-ins with the law.
You can't say abuse anymore? Like, why does that word get bleeped out?
Jessica's mother, Patricia, provides detectives with specifics.
First of all, is she diagnosed with anything mentally that you know of?
You know, I know
Why are we looking at the toes? No, honey.
she's seen different psychiatrists, but I don't. An official diagnosis, I don't know.
She
Okay.
was diagnosed bipolar.
They had said
I
they.
can give you an official diagnosis. Absolutely fucking crazy.
They suspected bipolar. I don't know if they ever confirmed it.
Though we don't know if Jessica was formally diagnosed with either of these disorders, individuals with borderline personality disorder are often mistakenly diagnosed with bipolar disorder, but the two are very different. In bipolar disorder, the affected person experiences episodes of mania and sometimes depression. However, in between episodes, they can typically function well, or at least demonstrate an improvement in mood and behaviors. People with borderline personality disorder don't have episodes of illness. The emotions and behaviors they display are more continuous because the issues are a part of the individual's personality.
I never thought she was bipolar myself, and she didn't act the typical bipolar. It wasn't manic depressive.
Mm-hmm.
She was. Sometimes she'd be fine, then all of a sudden she'd be like depressed.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Yeah.
This indicates that Jessica never displayed manic episodes, and her unstable mood could be a result of borderline personality disorder.
Do you know what would trigger those emotions?
Not really. I guess when things weren't going right in her life, if she had a fight with someone at work, or if she had an argument with her boyfriend or her husband, maybe. I don't know.
So here's the thing. Like, I understand mental health is like a very real thing. I've struggled with mental health myself, but she just killed 3 kids. And this is the problem with our mental health system, is that there's just not enough attention to help these people in the real way that they need to, or it's too expensive, or it just gets brushed off. Like, and now 3 children's lives are taken because she has a mental illness. I don't know. Her mom sounds like she's like, nah, I don't really believe that she's got that. So either she has the mental illness and that's why she killed the children, because she had like some sort of psychotic episode, or she genuinely was pissed off with the boyfriend because he wouldn't let her go out because he wouldn't watch the 2 older kids, and she just said, fuck it, I'm gonna really get back at you and I'm gonna kill my 3 kids. Either way, there's like no rationalizing that. I don't know. Insane. Truly insane.
Through, and I dove to the passenger side of my truck. My truck was backed in. I dove to the right side of it, blocking the view of my mom, and I started just pushing on him, just hoping for the best.
Do you think your Jessica suffering from mental illness?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think the act that she did was because of the mental illness?
Yes.
Do you think it's malicious?
Yes. It's something that I couldn't figure out at the time, but I hope to, I don't know if there's that technology that those phone calls that I received are recordable. I hope they are. It was not her. If you listen to her voice in real life and the voice that she had on that phone, it was not her. When I walked in that front door and I stared her in the eyes, it was not her.
And at the same time, Jessica couldn't even recognize herself. However, in a most shocking and heartbreaking letter left behind by the mother, she writes directly to the ones she loves most, stating, "To my family, I'm so sorry for what I had to do. I love you all more than life itself. I'm fully aware that this is much more painful for everyone I left behind. I had no other choice. Thank you for being the most amazing family. We are truly the luckiest in the world." Jessica goes on to write a portion of the letter specifically for Chris. "Dear Chris, as I've said in the past, I love you more than life itself. I could never picture my life without you. You were a good dad to Christopher. Please keep his beautiful memory alive. I'm sorry I couldn't be like Brandy. I can't stand your infatuation with her, but maybe you two can have a happy life together." She continues on with the chilling words, "I finally believe you when you say I'm not good enough. You hate Lacey, so I know you won't miss her. Please remember all the horrible and disrespectful things you said when you go for the jugular. Those words never leave me." In the final pages, Jessica cannot contain her feelings, writing, "Well, you're right. I am worthless just like you tell me all the time. I can't live without my children. I also can't live with my whole family falling apart. Guess that's it for now. Hope to see you in the afterlife if I get there. I know the kids will. Good luck. Thanks for destroying our family." In December of 2015, Jessica pleaded guilty to 3 counts of first-degree murder, ultimately avoiding the death penalty.
Well, guys, that was tonight's episode of Mad Max Podcast. This case was absolutely insane. And if you want to watch the full length of that video, because it's like almost an hour long, it's I can't think of it off the top of my head, like the actual account, but I'll link it below because I watch all of their interrogation videos that they post and like the stories of true crime. Super awesome account, so I will definitely give them a shout out in the description below. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you next week for a new episode. Bye, guys.